Right, we are back again. Welcome back to our Ugnayan webinar day 3. So we will do the question and answer portion for Miss Jyoti and Miss Mel. So may I have again the question here, right, for Miss Jyoti. Okay,
Yes,
for
I
Miss
believe.
Jyoti. All right.
Sorry, yes,
Okay,
you mean.
partner, wait. Yeah, wait. You may read now the question, and I will be the one to read it. For Miss Jyoti, I think there's one question here for Miss Jyoti.
Okay, so how old should a child be checked by a doctor to know if he has special needs? What happens? Typically, when you bring the child to a doctor, they are checked for special needs at the months of 18. So that's about 1.5 years. And again, at about 30 months old, that's about 2.5 years old. So that's when the doctor would diagnose the child if or he has special needs. For children who have been diagnosed later at the age of 6, so these children might be presenting their autism or their special needs at a very mild manner. They would be advised by the doctor to get into special education, schools that specialize in inclusive education. For more severe autism, they would recommend shadow teachers. Yeah, so that's how it works.
All right, very well said, Miss Jyoti. I hope the one who asked this question helped. All right. Okay, there's another question. But before I will read the other question, let me read first the comments. Says Anna May Ramirez, so proud of Rafa. Congratulations, Teacher Melanie. This one, Mark Loreto. I like that. It stress how important to build the whole community's stakeholders awareness of the beneficial aspects of inclusion because this will yield the community's intentionality in adapting inclusion in our culture. Okay, Buddy, do you have the question for our speaker?
I have another question for both of them. If you are the education secretary, what specific plans for you have for inclusive education and set an example?
I'm sorry. If we, what may I have the question again? If we were what? Department
If
of Education.
you,
Yun
yeah,
ba?
yes po.
How? Okay.
If
May
you
I?
are the
Well,
education secretary, what specific plans do you have for inclusive education and set an example?
oh my gosh. How much time do we have? No, but I think the most important change that needs to be undertaken is we have to decongest our classrooms. In public schools, there are like 60 to 80 students in a class. There is no way we can implement an inclusive program under those circumstances. So we have to have smaller class sizes. So if that would mean having more classrooms, training more teachers, so that we can divide the classes so that we can implement better inclusive practices. That's ano for starters. That's one. Perhaps Miss Jo has some suggestions also. How do you do it in Singapore?
Thank you, Dr. Melanie. Currently in Singapore, that's 1 to about 40 students. So they have brought down a bit, 1 to 35 on average. But like you said, it's a big class size, and we have to bring it down to about 1 to 10, ideally 1 to 8. And it also depends on the level of special needs, how much support they need. If they are kids with greater support, you need a smaller classroom size. And likewise, training teachers, you'd be surprised how many teachers are not given the right support, and they are not given the right skills to actually conduct the class in for inclusive education, inclusive class. So that's something that I would like to highlight as well, giving that support to teachers. And that means having extra teachers on hand just in case, shadow teachers, giving them the opportunity to learn new skills. Yeah, that's for
All right.
starters as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Mel and Miss Jyoti. That's really a holistic approach. No, if you that's you will be very good secretary of your own country, especially Dr. Mel. I hope one day. Anyway, so for my follow-up question, for the two of you, what is inclusion for you, and how can we spread it? Obviously, Dr. Melanie Alejandro is already doing it, but you can just share it again for the sake of our Facebook Live viewers.
For me, it's a philosophy. It's a way of life. It's a practice that manifests in everything that I do, in everything that I am. Like it cannot be compartmentalized into like it's my job, it's my career. No, it's the work that I do. But I have to live it, breathe it, and practice it every day. So all my interactions are, well, I try to be as inclusive as I can be. So, by the way, inclusion in education doesn't only mean for us at Integrated Center for the Young. It's not only including those with special needs. It's also including children from underprivileged financial backgrounds. Okay, it's including children from all religious sectors. Okay, and so that's I think that's the spirit of genuine inclusion. It's a philosophy that welcomes everyone, and everyone is celebrated. That's it.
So likewise,
So yeah, that's
inclusion
about
does sorry. Yeah, so inclusion doesn't just stop at special needs children. It also involves neurotypical children, teaching them that there are special needs children, how to work with them, as well as parents, bringing parents into the picture, recognizing and giving them the support, having that inclusive environment, not in only in school, but at home, in public spaces, within the society and community is how we could and we should have an inclusive society. That is what inclusive education is about. It's having that inclusive lifestyle, that quality of life that everyone rightfully needs to have. It's their right. So that's what inclusive is about.
Okay, thank you very much, the speakers. And Teacher Mel, if I'll be the Education Secretary, I will share you my experience in inclusion with my child with ADHD, with the rejections and the inclusions and the achievements. And she is now incoming grade 7 in a science high school.
yes. Thank you so
Wow,
much for
you must be
that.
so proud.
Wow, congratulations, Anna. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Ms. Choti and Dr. Mel Alejandro, for that wonderful answer. We also hope that wherever we are working, we can be an advocate of inclusion. No? Because, like what you said, we have to celebrate not just because we are the children with disability, but all has to be included in different part of the sectors in our society. Okay, so I think it's time for us to present our certificate. We are very proud to have the two very amazing women in front of us now that share their best practices. So Today, we will present the certificates of the appreciation to both speakers. May request both of the speakers to remain in the live video. For today's speakers, I am presenting the certificate for Miss Jyoti Rehandran. Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is awarded to Jyoti Rehandran in grateful acknowledgement for being a steward of inclusivity by imparting valuable knowledge regarding the importance of education to students with disabilities as a guest speaker during the Hands-on Inclusion webinar titled Ugnayan, IncluTalks webinar on disability inclusion held on the 23rd of July 2022. Signed, Jane Baltasar, Overall Chairman, Roylan Marlang, Founder and President, Hansen Inclusion Philippines, and for our overall Chairman, Vincent Macuster. Thank you so much, Ms. Jyoti.
Thank you very much. It was a great honor.
All right, and of course, for Dr. Melanie Kathleen, Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is awarded to Miss Melanie Kathleen S. Alejandro. Thank you so much po.
Thank you also. Thank you for having me today. It's my pleasure.